Welcome to the Safari Rally Kenya TV. My name is Sean Osimbo, and you know it's the big week. Definitely, the African Rally Championship is going to take place in the coming few days. That is from the 23rd to the 25th of this week. So it's very exciting. And today we'll be talking to one of the drivers who will be taking part in that event. Welcome, Hamza Anwar. How are you today?
Fine, thank you.
How are you feeling during this big week?
Well, the shivers have started, so a bit nervous, but also really excited to get going.
Yes. So let's just quickly dive into it. In a few words, describe Hamza Anwar.
Hamza Anwar is obviously one of the youngest drivers. He's a flamboyant, do-or-die kind of driver, but at the moment he's just finding his pace.
Amazing. Why motorsport in the first place, and how did you just get to be part of it?
First of all, I'm third generation in the Anwar family. It's just been instilled into us since birth, kind of thing. So I've been driving since I was 5, and it's just continued from there.
Yes. And tell us about that support from the family, like when you used to attend races with your dad. Like, tell us about that whole scenario and what it did to you that it has brought you this far now.
It was always a dream, and I always looked up to my uncle Azhar Anwar and my father, of course, Asad Anwar. And from there, it just grew on me.
Yes. Your transition from autocross, first of all, the experience you gained from autocross, and then to the main rally racing.
So autocross started well. We started with the buggies, and we built ourselves up into the open class. So from two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive over 2-3 years.
Yeah.
So
And you had quite the run, winning a couple of races. You had so much fun in the
we
autocross.
were quite successful. We were quite quick from the beginning. Took us a few races, and then we even started to beat people in other classes. So overall, autocross has really given us good discipline, and with the backing from KCB, it's been easier to actually go forward.
Yes, and the transition. I know you've been in Tanzania with this car. I know we'll be talking about it in a few. Tell us about that transition. Was it like shocking, or has it been easier for you also because of family and also just being in the game?
Yes, for sure. The backing from the Anwars has been it's really been helpful, and of course it's brought me to where I've reached right now. But also, in Arusha, we didn't expect to really set a quick time or anything. Within the first stage, we were second fastest, so that was a big shock to us. Obviously, we had a few hiccups here and there. It was my first rally in a proper car. Overall, the results were good. We finished fourth. With the issues, we would have been on the podium. But and that really gave us a good shakedown and showed us kind of where we're at.
Yes, as we head to ARC this weekend, are you under pressure because of the Anwar name?
There is a slight pressure, I won't lie. But to be honest, I'm just going to drive to my ability because the guys who are racing at the top have been driving for over 10, 20 years. So for me as a youngster, it's just to soak up as much as I can for a couple of years before I can start biting.
Yes, and who did you look up to growing up? Apart from your family members, definitely. Who did you look up to?
There were a few people. There was Jim Heather Hayes, there was Robert Collins, there was Ian Duncan, amongst my favorite drivers, Shekhar Mehta, Joginder Singh. I've heard so many stories, and they really inspired me to kind of become the next generation.
Yes, let's now talk about the ARC. Take us through these past few days, how you've been preparing and just getting ready for that, because we all know it will be acting as a build-up to the WRC Safari Rally.
Of course, it's a notch up from the national class that we drive in, and it's much more serious, and there's more regulations, and they're more precise. The preparation has been meticulous. There's always last-minute issues, but that's rallying, racing in general. So far so good. The car is ready almost. Just a few touch-ups, tire pressures, and a bit of mapping, and we're good to go.
Now, speaking of the car, talk to us about your car, how long you've had it, how you've named it, the interesting parts as you get ready for the RC.
All right. First of all, she's my white stallion. We call her Aktogali. And I've had her not for so long, maybe a year, and over the year we've kind of upgraded it and worked on it and got it to where it kind of is right now. There's still a bit of a long way, but hopefully we'll secure some serious sponsors.
Yes, and ahead of the RC, you've also had a testing session. How was that? Talk to us through that.
Yeah, we had a really fantastic session this last Sunday. We had a good mix of fast corners, slow corners, straight, so we really got a hang of the car. And it's been a while since we've driven it in Arusha. So yeah, the feeling's good. We're working well with my navigator, Riaz Ismail. And yeah, he's also really experienced, and he's also given me a lot of feedback. So far, so good.
Yes, tell us about Riaz Ismail as you're talking about him, your navigator. How you guys work together, just to be mentally strong and ready for the race, and how long you guys have been together.
Yeah, okay, we've never raced together, but over the last few months we've really been talking, discussing, having meetings, also hitting a few gym sessions together. But yeah, he has good experience. He's sat with a lot of top drivers, and he's also really meticulous on his paperwork and everything. So he's really good to nurture me into the right direction.
Yes, and I know you'll be looking forward to all that experience and all that. So let's also talk about who's likely to be your biggest competitor in the ARC. I know it's quite the list, yeah?
There is quite a list. There's a couple of old foxes, but yeah, we have. All right. First of all, it's my teammate from Tams Racing, Makre Kimathi, who's also a quite experienced young driver, and we have. There's plenty of drivers. There's from Uganda, we have Yassine Nasir, we have, we have Kikan Kane, a lot of people. So, but we're kind of focusing on our own drive. But if we can hit up the top 10, it'll be a really good bonus for our first time out.
Yes, talk to us about Tams Racing and how the whole team has been working behind the scenes to make sure you and Makri are ready for this.
Yeah, so we've had Mr. Asad Khan, Adil Khan, the two brothers. We call him Kalulu. So yeah, they've all been really helpful, advising us really well, of course, and they've been really meticulous on the car's preparation. So for Motor Trap, they've really been very supportive.
Amazing. And which stage are you looking forward to in the competition?
To be honest, I'm looking forward to all of the stages. I'm more of a sprint driver, from what I know, but because it's a safari, we really have to gauge and pace ourselves. So I'd be looking forward to the Kedong stage, because it's a really tough stage. A lot of people really fear it, but I'm looking forward to it because it offers a wide variety of terrains and challenges.
Yes, I know the RC will be using some of the stages from the WRC, bringing me to the big thing, the WRC Safari Rally. Everyone is looking forward to it after 19 years. It's back home. Yes, talk to us. How was the feeling when you had this is coming back home? And I know you used to watch it back in the day when we were, yes.
So yeah, when on hearing the WRC, it was just amazing. I was we're young cats. I'm 22. So when the actually last WRC was in 2002. So I didn't really get any memories of it, but I've always watched it, and my dad's been a part of it, my uncle's been a part of it. So when I heard about it, it was just, wow. It was like, oh, I need to, I really need to do this. I need to beat my dad's record and get into the top 10, but obviously WRC is at another level. But hopefully if we secure some sponsors, you never know, why not?
Yes, and I just want to imagine ahead of such a race, before you step into the car, even this weekend for the ARC, what goes on through your mind? How do you prepare, let's say, 10 minutes before you start your car?
So we have a bit of a prayer together with the team, with my father, listen to a bit of Quran, and then later on, we get a bit psyched, so we just maybe listen to some Eye of the Tiger or something, get into the mood. Yeah, it's just to kind of have a talk with yourself, and just kind of focus yourself and gauge yourself and know what you want to do, and hopefully just stick through to your strategy.
Yes. Do you have any mental exercises? Because I can imagine how focused you're supposed to be for the next few hours when you're in that car.
Yeah.
When you're in this car, right?
So usually I'm told by my dad to calm down, and I breathe in, 3 times in, and exhale. So that really gets you calmer. So yeah, but it's just kind of keeping your head cool,
Yes.
kind of thing.
What's the best rallying advice you've received from your rallying family?
Treat the car like it's a woman.
Oh, amazing, amazing. Okay, let's talk about your future achievements before we go to the fun questions. So let's talk about your future achievements. I know this is going to be a very great year for so many rally drivers, Kenyan rally drivers. I know they're looking forward to the WRC Safari Rally because all that experience and all that learning that will also be coming in with the likes of Sebastian in June. I know all of you, as you say, the young ones, the old foxes and the young ones, will be looking forward to that. Tell us what you want to achieve in the future now going ahead.
I'd really like to drive. My dream has always been to drive with a works team like the likes of Toyota or Ford, or become a test driver. But it's not always the easiest task. But we're working towards hopefully doing the Rally Star program by the FIA. So maybe we can have a shot in the whole of Africa. So that will be getting underway soon with the slaloms and various disciplines, also e-racing. But yeah, it's.
Are you ready?
Well, I'm not ready, of course, but my heart is saying I'm ready. So, but yeah, it's just to. Just to watch the WRC guys is just such a pleasure because they're driving at 110%, and they're just on it. The technology is amazing. So, but to be amongst them and just compete with them is such a bonus, such a good feeling.
Amazing. Let's now talk about your team principal, that is Adil Khan. He was telling us the other day how he was even going to teach you guys how to change the tire. Did you guys first learn that?
Yeah, so when we first started off, we were changing a tire at 3 minutes, but we've kind of knocked it to 2.5, which is still slow. But
still slow?
it's still slow, yeah. It should be 2 minutes or even under. But slowly we're getting there because he taught us to have a calm mind, because the more you rush, you start to forget things and leave things out. So it's what I've learned from most of my mentors, especially Adil as well, is just to keep a calm mind and don't damage the car. Just keep it clean.
Yes. And how do you guys do it? Let's say in the middle of a race something happens. How do you guys recollect yourself immediately and maybe get to continue the race?
Well, Riaz will give me a quick talk, just calm down. But because it's in such a split second of a kind of decision, you just really have to train your mind to keep cool. And it also links yourself to your daily driving.
Oh, yeah.
Keep the car smooth, just treat it gently, and just kind of try and keep composure.
Yeah, amazing. Let's now go to the fun questions.
Right.
What is your funniest moment while racing?
Oh, well, my funniest moment was actually on my first rally, which was in Stoniathi in 2018. We came around a fast left and we were really committed, and we lost our brakes. So I went for the handbrake and I'm like, whoa, it's gone down. So we didn't have no brakes, and we kind of chased all the photographers off the corner. So that was quite funny at the end.
Okay, amazing. Embarrassing moments during a race?
Well, it was the same actually moment. We lost our brakes and we were like, oh my God, so we had to drive 50 kilometers without brakes, and that was madness. But we still made it and we still won the rally.
Yes.
In our class.
This is actually a very big question from the fans. Which kind of music do you listen to before and after the race?
Okay, before usually I have some prayers, some meditating music, but I do quite like to listen to Eye of the Tiger. It just gets me in the mood, and even after I'm done, it gives you that euphoric feeling. So even if you've not done well, but you're just like, yeah, I just did a rally. So yeah, we've been racing real hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Out of running, is there anything else you do?
Out of rally, we're really a rally fanatic family, but
So everything is cars.
everything is cars. But we also go on safaris, and because I work a lot in the bush, like in Masai Mara, in Amboseli, so I'm always traveling around.
Yes. If you would live anywhere else in the world, where would it be?
Oh, that's a very difficult one because this is magical Kenya.
This is magical Kenya.
Perhaps Antarctica.
Oh,
It's a bit. It's no. It's a bit chilly. Maybe
yeah.
Australia.
Australia.
Yeah.
Okay, like, why are you driving your rally car in
Yeah.
Antarctica?
Yeah. No. That's.
And, yeah, okay. Amazing. And the last one, what do you like eating? Which is your favorite food?
Oh, that's another very difficult one because I am a big foodie. I really love my
But
pizzas,
just that
burgers.
one meal, just that one meal.
I'd say maybe my mom's biryani
Oh, nice.
because yeah, that's rare when she makes
Is
it.
that
So.
what, okay, maybe if you go all the way to Naivasha, you'll be ordering biryani, or do you have like a specific, specific food you have to now
Okay,
be eating during this period?
during the race, we'll actually be very serious eating high protein foods.
So you guys have a nutrition
yeah.
and everything has been planned out?
Yeah, everything is kind of planned out. Mama Bear takes care of all that.
Amazing.
Like tuna, chicken, we don't eat a lot of red meat when we're racing, but we load up on carbs the night before so we have energy throughout the day. And of course, like bananas, fruits, you know, so we're energized throughout the day.
Amazing. So as we wrap up, let's kindly just finish with your parting shots, your final word ahead of the ARC.
Yeah, so we'll give a good show for all our fans who have been very supportive and very loving and caring. We really want to secure some sponsorship this year, and so hopefully I've got a chance to take part in the Equator Rally, and hopefully we can secure a good, reliable sponsor for the future and carry their brand.
And just one last one. It is an expensive sport, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
Can you give us just some figures of getting like the car ready for ARC?
To get the car ready for the ARC has cost us about 1.5 million shillings, which is a lot of money. I took a couple of, luckily my family has supported me. My father, he had given me a bit of money. He says, after this, you're on your own. So yeah, I've really got to make a bang in this rally.
Yes, and
so,
as you say from your parting shots, sponsorship helps.
Yeah, sponsorship really helps, and yeah, it's just keeping everyone safe during this hard period as well. But yeah, hopefully we can secure some sponsorship this year.
Amazing. Thank you so much,
Asante
Hamza
sana,
Anwar,
Sean.
for talking to us on Safari Rally Kenya TV. We're wishing you all the best in the ARC.
Ribu, thank you very much.
all the way in Naivasha, so we'll be there cheering
Asante.
on.
Thank you.
That was Hamza Anwar just talking to us about his preparations for the African Rally Championship that will be taking place between 23rd to the 25th. It's actually literally this week of this month. So that will be exciting, and we can't wait to see you in Naivasha. My name is Sean Osimbo. Keep it at Safari Rally Kenya TV. Thank you.